In this tutorial, you will get some basic information about multipass and finishing pass and learn how to set both in the Zünd cut center. In order to be able to process thick panels, multiple passes must be performed. In pass 1 and 2, the in-feed depth for each pass is predetermined by the router diameter and the material. In pass 3, the material is not completely cut through on the penultimate pass. A thin strip with 0.2 to 0.6 mm thickness is left in order to maximize the effect of the vacuum. Please note the following basic principles. The sharper the router, the smaller the router forces. The tougher and harder the material, the greater the router forces. The deeper the router is fed into the material, the greater the router forces. This relationship is linear. This means that if the infeed is doubled, the router forces double. The following example is intended to demonstrate that it is most cost-efficient to reduce the infeed and increase the feed speed or the chip width. At the maximum router force of 8.5 Newton, the following feed speeds are possible. With an infeed depth of 6 mm, the feed speed is 12.7 mm per second. With an infeed depth of 3 mm, the feed speed is 169 mm per second. You see, routing with multipass is significantly faster than routing without. With a double click on the processing step route, the machine step settings opens. Have a look at the parameter Multipass. For this router and this material, the parameters are saved in the material database and are now suggested. The Zünd cut center calculates the number of passes based on the multipass maximum depth and the material thickness. A thin layer of material is left in place to maintain the effect of the vacuum. This is cut through in the final pass. Multipass last depth is the depth for this final pass. The processing step, finishing pass, improves the quality of the object. Crossovers resulting from processing with several passes are removed. When the finishing pass is activated, the cutting pass is first aligned inwards or outwards, depending on the cutting direction, by a defined finishing offset percentage value. This can be from 0 to 20% of the bit diameter. With the final pass, the outline will be processed along the original outline of the processing file. Open the machining step settings with a double click on the processing step route. Now you can activate the finishing pass. The Zünd cut center suggests a value. You want to learn more? Go to www.youtube.com/zundtube.